Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, American Outlaws. There's an old American Outlaws with James Van Der Beek, I believe, and I forget. But that's not this one. This is a 2023 version about three siblings who are on their way to prison or are faced with prison and decide to do a cross-country crime spree of epic proportions, it says. It's only 5.0 on IMDb. Only 143 people rated it so far. Eisley? I don't know her, but I know Emory Cohen is in this, so that's kind of what kind of drew it to me. Oh, Treat Williams is also in it, and that's all I recognize right now. But I don't know, only an hour and a half, something, you know, under the radar. So it seems kind of interesting. I'll check it out. I'll let you know what I think, and I'll think of who else was in. I can't think of his name. He's the Irish lad. What's his name? Colin Farrell. I didn't even look at it. I did not even look at it. I just remembered it. I think Colin Farrell's in it, but I think that's the American Outlaws. Or is that Texas Rangers? Maybe I'm confusing them. I don't know. Texas Rangers had James Van Der Beek in it. Colin Farrell was in American Outlaws. Look it up. I'll look it up. I'll let you know. Sorry. A lot of useless information that didn't make any sense. But hopefully my review will help. So stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of American Outlaws, and so real quick to go back to what I was saying before. American Outlaws was, what's his name? Not James Van Der Beek. He was not in it. Colin Farrell was in that. Okay, back to the movie now. So, interestingly enough, they said this in the beginning. I didn't know to believe them or not, but it's based on a true story. And she says, you know, based on a true story of, you know, truth is somebody's perception or whatever. So I was like, is it really true or not? It is, okay, because there's, what do I like at the end of every movie about true story is pictures. We get them. Words. We got them. So really kind of climbed for me there. I be honest, I liked the concept, obviously. I thought it was an interesting plot line to see what was happening, but I found myself on my phone a lot. So that tells you something. It didn't grip me as much as I hoped. You know, the plot line, basically, one of the brothers, there's two brothers and a sister. The youngest brother was on parole and seemed like he was going to get busted and have to go back to jail. So they decide, hey, let's just run. Let's take off and get out of the country kind of thing. And to do that, they decide, and this is in the previews, and they go on a crime spree, right? But crime spree, no. They go and rob a bank. That's it. I mean, when you watch this and the way it's described, it's not as vicious as you may think, you know. And this could be, you know, edited for movies purposes so you like them a little bit more. But they were just, you know, they're looking out for each other, sticking together as a family, and trying to get out of the country was ultimately their goal. Started with a bank robbery. You know, some gunshots, stuff like that, that can get you in trouble. Not that they were angels. I'm just saying, you know, they want you to like the trio, and I did. I liked them, you know. So mission accomplished there. So you're rooting for them. At least I was. But that's really, so you're watching what they're doing, and there was parts where it was just a little, I don't know, uninteresting. I don't know what it was. Like I said, maybe I thought I knew what was going to happen. I knew where it was going. I wanted more action. Because there was, you know, there was some slow-moving parts and conversations and stuff that just didn't intrigue me, to be honest. Still liked the movie. And at first there wasn't a lot of depth, but they ended up getting there. It just all comes later. Which is, I guess, okay, but maybe caused me not to be interested early. I'm not exactly sure, but they do get to a little bit more depth about our characters and what's going on. And I also think that they did a good job with what I'll say is misdirection. There was a point when I saw something and I said to myself, I'm going to be able to say, hey, this is a little predictable. What I thought was going to happen is not what happened. So I think they did a good job with that. You know, and with what they could have done, you know, I mean, again, based on a true story, I thought, you know, oh, okay, here we go. And I won't get into greater detail. Maybe I'll do it at the, you know, spoiler alert piece. but I thought they did a good job there. Like I said, I like the 3 actors. It's really mainly them and the 2 FBI agents, and it's their story. So definitely worth the watch. I enjoyed it. Was it as good as I hoped? No, unfortunately it wasn't, but I'm not upset that I watched it. I would probably, I'm at a 5 or a 6, probably closer to a 6, interestingly enough. And that's all I'll say. I don't think I have anything more. I think I've hit on everything that I liked. You know, there's a lot of things that it's like, why didn't they do this? Why didn't they do that? But hey, they're sticking to the true story. So I'm just going to say a couple more things if you want to stick with me. If you don't want to learn about it, I do want to say, what was it? Spoiler alert. I wanted to tell you what I thought. So if you haven't seen the movie and you don't want to hear what my theory was, what I got wrong, it will be wrong. I will, now's your time to jump off. I'm going to share with you my deep insights of this movie. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. So we know the oldest son, he seemed like he was getting sick, like he had the flu or he had something wrong with him, right? So I kept thinking, okay, maybe he knows there's something wrong with him, and ultimately at the end he's going to sacrifice himself for to save his brother and sister. I was like, I could see it clear as day coming, and I was wrong. So whether that was part of the real story, I don't know, or maybe it was part of a little nugget that they threw in there to throw us off the beaten path. I found that interesting. So there you go. That's it. I don't know if I was helpful or not, but the bad decisions, like drive the same car, keep driving the same car. I get the accidental slip of Colorado stuff, but anyway, that's it. That's all I got. I wanted to share that with you. And if you stuck with me this long, I appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.